It's party night for Reds Classic Theater as we begin our 5th season on the air at the home of our Reds Party Contest winners, Bill and Deanna Vessio. Hi, everybody, and welcome to the party. This beautiful garden is the pride and joy of Deanna Vessio, and often she's asked to loan it out for wedding photos and for special occasions. The special occasion tonight is a party for the Vessios and their friends, catered by the Weston Bay Shore Inn, compliments of Television 12. Our movie this week is Yours, Mine, and Ours, starring Lucille Ball and Henry Fonda. The picture was retitled several times before it hit the theaters. Earlier, it had been called His, Hers, and Theirs, and then The Population Explosion. The story was based on the real-life Beardsley clan, two large families which merged to form one enormous brood. Now here's Act One of Yours, Mine, and Ours. We're at Windridge Gardens in North Vancouver, the home of Bill and Deanna Vessio, our Reds Classic Theater Party contest winners. And while the Vessios and their friends enjoy a gourmet feast provided by the Weston Bay Shore, let's take a look around. Deanna claims no formal training in landscape design, but you can see her instinct for this art form at work. The gardens are a variation on the traditional Japanese garden, borrowing features that appeal to Deanna herself. And every year she buys over 7,000 annuals, including begonias, petunias, and geraniums, to bring a bright spray of color to the setting. Other features of the garden include a classic Oriental-style bridge over the pool area, a large covered patio, and this exquisite geisha hut, often used as a place for wedding couples to sign the registry. When we return, we'll meet Deanna Vessio, creator of this magnificent Windridge Gardens. I'm with Deanna Vessio here in the beautiful Windridge Gardens in North Vancouver. How long did all of this take to put together, Deanna?
All right, it took about 9 years.
And you have some plans, you were telling me, for the gardens here in the future.
Yes, I do. In the near future, I want to do bed and breakfast and some strawberry teas for seniors and maybe beyond the mystery trip for Greyhound.
Thank you, Deanna, and enjoy the party here with all the good food from the Weston Bay Shore. And now let's get back to Henry Fonda and Lucille Ball in Yours, Mine, and Ours. Hope you're enjoying our presentation of Yours, Mine, and Ours on Reds Classic Theater as we visit the Vessio home in North Vancouver. Just a few months before filming began in tonight's movie, Lucille Ball completed one of the biggest deals in the history of show business. After her marriage to Desi Arnaz went sour in the early 60s, Lucy took over as president of Desilu Productions. After buying out Desi's interest for $3 million, she turned out some of the most innovative television programs of the 60s, including Mission Impossible and the original Star Trek. In 1967, the huge Gulf and Western conglomerate bid $17 million to buy Desilu Productions. With only 72 hours to accept or reject the deal, Lucy went into a panic and rushed off to Miami Beach to talk the deal over with her pal, Jackie Gleason. Finally, she accepted the offer, but was a little saddened by the fact that she would no longer be in control of Desilu Productions. However, she was cheered up with the fact that she now owned millions of dollars in Gulf and Western stock. Now let's return to Lucille Ball in Yours, Mine, and Ours. We're here at the Vessio home in North Vancouver for Reds Classic Theater Garden Party, and we're celebrating the fact that we're beginning our 5th season of Reds Classic Theater. Wonderful food tonight supplied by the Weston Bay Shore. Time to look at our mailbag for 24-hour video. Thanks to Robert Brown of North Van for sending in his request. Elodie McGilvery of West Van, thank you. Don Garnier of North Van, and Don wants to see Titanic. We'll be showing that on October the 10th. The winner of our classic movie on video from 24-hour video this week is Margaret Finnison, and we're sending you Stalag 17. If you have a suggestion for a movie or a location, drop me a note. Red Robinson, Television 12 in Vancouver. We'll choose one letter each week and award that sender a classic movie on video. Coming up next week, Orson Welles' masterpiece, Citizen Kane, also starring Joseph Cotton and Agnes Moorehead. Now let's return to Yours, Mine, and Ours. We're featuring Yours, Mine, and Ours starring Henry Fonda this week on Reds Classic Theater. The Fonda family has been called a Hollywood dynasty and one of the greatest in the history of show business. However, off-screen, the relationship between father, son, and daughter was most often strained. Henry Fonda became an American hero in movie classics such as The Grapes of Wrath, Mr. Roberts, and 12 Angry Men. He capped his career with an Oscar-winning role in the 1981 picture On Golden Pond. That movie also restored his relationship with his daughter Jane Fonda. As a father, she'd always found Henry aloof and critical, yet she continually tried to please him. Meanwhile, son Peter Fonda gained fame for his role in the 1969 hit Easy Rider, but still found himself living in the shadow of his famous sister and father. Today, Peter Fonda's daughter Bridget carries on the family tradition and has scored big hits with 2 recent films, Single White Female and Point of No Return. And now let us return to Yours, Mine, and Ours. As we celebrate the beginning of season number 5 on Red's Classic Theater, time for our weekly movie trivia quiz. Lucille Ball and Henry Fonda became friends after doing a movie in the 1940s. Our trivia question is, can you name that movie? We'll be back with the answer in just a moment. Here's the answer to our movie trivia quiz. Henry Fonda and Lucille Ball formed a friendship while appearing in the 1942 movie, The Big Street. Now let's return to Lucille Ball in Yours, Mine, and Ours.
Catering for Red's Classic Theater provided by the Westin Bayshore, Vancouver.
Well, that's a wrap for this week's edition of Red's Classic Theater. Hope you enjoyed Yours, Mine, and Ours, starring Henry Fonda and Lucille Ball. Be sure to join us next week on Red's Classic Theater for one of the true classic movies of all time, Citizen Kane, directed by and starring Orson Welles. In the meantime, please drop us a note with your suggestions for movies and locations. Write to Red Robinson, Television 12 in Vancouver. We'd like to thank Bill and Deanna Vessio for hosting our show this week and inviting us to their beautiful home in North Vancouver. And thanks to the Westin Bayshore Hotel for the gourmet food. Join us next week on Red's Classic Theater for Citizen Kane. I'll see you tomorrow morning on 650 Sea Isle, and see you next week on Red's Classic Theater. Thanks for being with us, and good night, everybody.